For more, let's go to Pittsburgh. Amesh Adalja is senior scholar at the Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security. Thank you for speaking with us here on France 24.
Sure, thanks for having me.
Now, these are remarks carried by a Ukrainian news agency, this aide to the mayor's office, saying the Russian authorities controlling the city have imposed a quarantine. His report can't be independently confirmed. What's the probability or the possibility of cholera in Mariupol?
The possibility is very high. We know that war, when it destroys sanitation, when it displaces people, when you have garbage and human waste mixing with drinking water, that is a perfect recipe for cholera to occur. We've seen this happen in Yemen with the bombings that occurred there. We saw this in Haiti after the earthquake. So anytime there is these types of ingredients are present, there's always going to be a risk for cholera, and it will not be surprising if cases of cholera and other infectious diseases are confirmed in an area where there's been such disruption.
And cholera provokes a chain effect when it comes to communicable diseases.
Yeah, cholera is transmissible from person to person, and the more cholera you have in a community, the more likely you are to be exposed, and it can be something that accelerates. We have vaccines, we have antibiotics, and we have treatments, rehydration, but if you cannot get into an area because it is a war zone, cholera can have a major death toll. Cholera is a very treatable infection if you actually have the infrastructure to deliver very simple measures.
Russia, if there is cholera there, will they have a handle on it?
It's unclear to me. Obviously, Russia has the ability to deliver vaccines and oral rehydration therapy. You can just give people saltwater packets and they do better. But you need to isolate people, make sure that you're separating feces from drinking water. And if you've got a place that's torn up by bombs, that's going to be very hard to restore sanitation. People need clean drinking water. People need clean sanitation. That's what pushes cholera back. So if you're waging a war in that area, it may be very difficult to actually put in the infrastructure necessary to keep it at bay.
And at this point in time, are you expecting to see clues in the way Russia interacts, for instance, with the World Health Organization?
It's going to be difficult to tell because obviously this is a war-torn region, and there may be people not wanting to be open about outbreaks that may be occurring. But if we start to hear about diarrheal illnesses occurring, if we hear about notifications to the WHO, all of that would point to something happening there. I think this is something we should expect when people are in a war situation. Many infectious diseases take advantage of that opportunity. We've heard about it with tuberculosis on the other side of Ukraine. And as I said, war always comes with infectious disease. They go hand in hand.
And this particular kind of war, Amesh Adalja, with Russia relying heavily on artillery, basically flattening cities, as we're seeing in the Donbass.
We know that much of modern sanitation keeps infectious diseases at bay. The plumbing, the clean drinking water, the sanitation. If those are disrupted because of bombing, then you will expect to see those same infectious diseases come back. They didn't disappear. They've always been there. It's just industrialization and civilization are what keeps them at bay. And if you see civilization break down in a war area, those same infectious diseases will be back.
Amesh Adalja, many thanks for speaking with us from Pittsburgh.
Thank you.